Hey, League Managers, I'm Nick, and I'm part of the Peach State Cornhole team. If you're new with us, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for choosing Peach State again this season. League Managers are truly the people that help us accomplish our mission, and that's connecting people through friendly competition. And so as we begin our new season, it's important for us to remember who we are and why we exist. So let's start with who we are first. We're a cornhole organization that started in 2013 at the Swanee Town Center, with the goal of bringing people together. And so while we've grown over the years, our goal has remained the same, and that's connecting people. Cornhole is our platform that brings people together, but people are the glue that keeps people playing cornhole for season after season. And so as a league manager, we ask that you prioritize the people and relationships over the cornhole. So as a manager, what is your role? Well, your number one job at Peach State Cornhole is to be the face that connects people. And so think back to your first season. What was it that made you want to become a league manager? What was it that made you sign up again the next season? I know for me, in my first season, I remember right away we made 4 custom sets of handmade boards. I remember stacking them on a car carrier and putting them on the back of a Yukon. I remember that first week we had about 30-mile-an-hour winds and 45 degrees outside, and I wasn't sure if this was going to happen. But what I remember most, I remember the people that were in that first league. I remember people like David Kirk and Earl and Mike Stone, the Cornicators. They actually won our first season. They talked a big game, but we quickly became good friends. I remember people like Dirk Heiness and the 3 Bad Mother Shuckas. I remember the Canova brothers. And these are friendships that we've made that we'll have forever. We're still good friends 7 years later today. So a few years ago, I watched a podcast, or listened to a podcast about the Ritz-Carlton's philosophy on customer service. And I saw a lot of parallels between the Ritz-Carlton and things I've seen Peach State managers do. And so one thing they talked about was the importance of making sure you connect with people early. And they said that part of their research showed that people make a judgment about you within 10 feet of you, before they've even talked to you, before they've even maybe made eye contact with you. And so just remember, as a league manager, you represent Peach State in what you do and what you say. And not only do you represent Peach State, you represent other managers, you represent the venues that we're a part of, you represent the people that play in the leagues. And so when you think about your people in the league, Ritz-Carlton would say there's 3 groups of people. We have our loyal group, we've got our satisfied customers, and we've got our dissatisfied customers. And so at Peach State, about 20% of our people we would put into the loyal category. These are people that have played with us at least 3 to 5 years. Our satisfied group would be people that have maybe played with us, maybe are trying out their second, maybe their third season, but aren't quite to that loyal group yet. And then our dissatisfied group would be about 10% of our population, people that maybe try it out once and then don't return. And so as league managers, one thing we want you to think about is, how do we move those people from the satisfied column to the loyal column? How do we get those people those 70% of the people, how do we get them returning season after season? And so chances are it's the same thing that you experienced with your first season with Peach State Cornhole. So think about what kept you coming back out, and how do you recreate that experience for others? So at Peach State, I'd like to introduce you to one group as a league manager. And so we really believe that there are 2 groups at Peach State. We have those who are managers and those who support managers. And so I'd like you to introduce you today to our support staff. So first of all, I'd like to start out with Matt Van. Matt is in charge of all of our league operations. He creates our registration pages, updates our website, does our scheduling, our customer support. He creates our brackets, and then is a big part of state tournament operations as well. Next is Megan Boyers. Megan works with our strategic partnerships. She does all of our branding for Peach State, all of our communication and correspondence with league managers and partners. She does our social media, our marketing, takes care of our online store, our shirts, the design, also the prizes. And then we have Mark Irwin. Mark is our general manager that works with the Buford and the Macon locations. Mark's role is to support the managers at at those locations and the sponsor relationship. And then you have me, Nick Boyers. I'm a part of our vision team. I do a lot of our human resources, our hiring, our strategic partnerships, work with equipment management and inventory. I facilitate communication among some of our support staff, and then work directly with our state tournament hosts. And so if you need to contact one of us, the best way to reach us is by email. All of our emails are our first name, and then at peachstatecornhole.com. So Nick at peachstatecornhole.com, Matt at peachstatecornhole.com, and then Megan and Mark as well. If there's anything that you need at your location, don't hesitate to reach out to one of those support people. Relationships and customer experience are our top priorities because this is what we believe brings people together. We can't wait to hear how you've contributed to our mission this season, connecting people through friendly competition. Thank you so much for managing, and we look forward to seeing you in action out at your leagues.